Ladies and gentlemen, please stay seated. Up next, we have the Something More to Talk About talk show, live right here, November 21st at Seacliff Country Club. On today's show, we're talking about the new you, with special guests, comedian-at-large Jane Rutkin, Hollywood producer-director Karen Covell, Newport Beach Plastic surgeon Dr. Chong, our own realist Pamela Hale Burns, and the host of our show, Nancy Rench.
Hello and welcome to Something More to Talk About. As you know, ladies, the theme for 2016 is the new you. So let me just start out and ask you, do you feel being around attractive women diminishes you or the way you feel about yourself?
Heck yes. I hate when someone looks better than I do. I try to surround myself with lesser attractive beings, but that's getting harder and harder to do.
Well, yes.
It doesn't bother me at all because I feel like, why? I think I look fine.
And you are.
And I always think if there's someone that I think looks better than me on the outside, I think, yeah, but what's going on the inside?
Ah, come on.
I love beauty in women and men of all kinds because beauty is multifaceted. It's the way you look, it's the way you think, it's the way your heart is. And so I'm always interested in seeing what there is out there. What can I learn and what can I bring back to my patients?
You know, isn't that true? Don't you think that confidence brings beauty?
Absolutely. It's like Queen Latifah used to say, I like what I see when I'm looking at me.
That's
me.
There are some people who think that you can look better if you just wear a better dress or you get your hair done to a different color or something. My husband has a saying, he says, you can dress the corpse, but you can't make it breathe.
That is not good. No, but the society we live in is just obsessed. The other day I'm at the grocery store. There's a National Enquirer. It says Goldie Hawn in health crisis. Now I love Goldie Hawn, and it said it could threaten her career, this health crisis. So I whipped it open, and there it was, the health crisis. Cellulite. That someone had taken a photo lens of her in her own backyard in a bathing suit, and yes, she had cellulite.
Well,
threatening, yeah.
We should all be in the emergency room.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
I know.
But you just hide it. It's all in what you wear. I feel better when I dress better.
Yeah.
There are days you want to just be in your sweats and your t-shirt, but I still think I feel good about myself. And I think your beauty comes from how you feel about yourself. If you love yourself, you carry yourself well.
That's very good.
Pamela.
On that topic, why would you let somebody else's vision of you become your vision of you? If you love yourself, rock it, ladies.
Right.
Rock it.
Well, and I'm from Hollywood, and you're judged so much by what you look like, and it becomes so superficial that you learn quickly that doesn't mean anything at all.
I need to go to Hollywood.
Come on.
Yes. I haven't learned that yet.
What length would you go to feel good?
Oh,
Dr. Chong, I'm sure you.
We have a lot of women who come in, and there are times when they need some treatment, and there are times when they don't need to treat. And, nothing I do except for the breast cancer and the skin cancer or maxillofacial trauma needs to be done. It's very much something that you need to sit down and you need to think about it, and don't impulse buy. My weakness is dark chocolate with almonds at Trader Joe's, but think hard, ladies, before you go ahead and act on it.
Well, I read an article after the graduation time last May, and they said that in certain groups of cities in America, the #1 gift that young girls were asking for a high school graduation present were breast implants.
That's right. And they say that now, if you have not dyed your hair, have you not touched yourself up, whitened your teeth, you're going to be looked at as someone who doesn't take care of themselves, someone who has let themselves go.
Oh, I say, well, they can have.
They can have these.
My only length would be to lose a little weight. Maybe I could exercise a little more, so they can have a couple of things here to boost up.
There's undoubtedly biases in the world. There's age biases, there's beauty biases, there's gender bias. But the thing is, we all have to figure out what you want to do, and whether you want to just go ahead and agree and buy into it, or whether you want to just go ahead and make your own way.
And you know what? That is true, because I always question myself, is what I'm believing cultural or is it truth? And a lot of times we have cultural beliefs of how we should act and what we should look like and who we should be. And it's not the truth. And we get sucked up into that because that's what we've been told through culture. But it's really not what gives us freedom personally.
Oh, I was sucked up the minute I walked in this room. I mean, everybody looks so good.
That's why I keep having to rationalize. No.
Yeah.
I must admit, I did ask, what are we going to wear? What are we supposed to look like? So I spent a lot of time going, should I wear this or should I wear that? Or is that not dressy enough? I did put on my new heels.
Those are honey.
And they're beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, last question. Do you think the way a woman looks changes the perception of how they feel inside?
Well, that goes back to what I said earlier. If they're confident in themselves, they're going to carry themselves that way. So it's very important. I know a lot of us as women, we have low self-esteem. When I was younger, I did have low self-esteem. I thought everybody looked better, they were better, they did better. But if you really have that confidence knowing who you are, you will carry yourself like that. Inside, you're up like this. Outside, you're up like this. And you really have to take the mentality of, I don't really care what you think about me. I am, and I am. But
Amen.
like it is,
Preach it.
You know, we do feel differently. If I wear a pair of tennis shoes, I'm bouncier. If I wear a pair of high heels, I feel like a little taller. When I dress differently, I feel differently. Don't you feel that way? Where you can become, when you're dying to wear the sweats, you kind of become that type of more kickback person.
Right.
So in that sense, it really does make a difference in who we are.
And when you go, have you ever put on a big hat and your big sunglasses and you, I pray I don't see anybody, and lo and behold, you do see somebody.
Yeah, right.
And when you do see somebody, you're not really that nice.
Oh,
Because you don't want to see them, and you're like, you need to go the other way.
Go away.
So
yes, definitely. I agree.
Oh, it's so true. And yet, there's a difference between how we feel with clothes and things and how we feel for who we are.
Right.
The depth of who we are. That should never change.
So it's how you feel naked.
Oh, that's scary too. That's very scary, yeah.
no, that would change a whole lot of perception. I think I'd lose a little confidence.
That's right. In my house, no drugs and no mirrors.
Well, I think we're just about out of time. Isn't that sad?
Oh, well, I just want to tell you, this conversation, can I just break in?
Yes, please.
This conversation is really something we should be having all the time.
Yes.
We should all be talking about this and be honest with each other. In fact, I think I'm going to talk more about that in January. I'm going to get into who we really are and how we can just, by a little shift of thought, become a different person and more confident. So you have to come back.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the first to tell you that I love clothes and hair and makeup and Botox. Okay. But I'm reminded of a verse in the Bible in Proverbs that says, as a man thinketh within his heart, so is he. And we're going to delve deeper into this in January with Karen, and then again in March at our women's conference with Nancy Stafford. Beauty from the inside out. What makes a woman, and what God says about all this. We are so thankful that all of you have joined us here today. And also my guests, Jane and Karen, Dr. Chong and Pamela. And until we meet again, and as you walk along your way, just remember, there's always something more to talk about.
Let's